now, if I had to pick between Hagrid's,
Guardians.
If I had to pick between Hagrid's and Guardians, I'm torn.
It is
I don't know which one I'd probably pick Hagrid's. I think
Hagrid's is such a great ride. Like, it
is
the motorbike experience side of the house is just super cool. To be riding a roller coaster that's like a motorbike, and you've got one person riding the bike, one person in the buggy. Like, it's a super cool experience. It's not an intense roller coaster, which makes it great for everybody, except for probably Josh, because we all know Josh is weird.
I was gonna say
it's not. Like, it's a really great roller coaster. There's only one really bad part.
It does go fast, though.
It does go fast, and then you've got the drop in the middle of the ride, but it's just such a great ride. Like, I'm not surprised that line is always long, because it is such a great ride. What is up, and welcome back to episode 21 of Going Beyond the Castle. I'm your host, Briley, and with me, as always, my fabulous host, Talamo. And I am super excited for today, as I feel like I always am. But, I mean, it doesn't appear for the fact that I'm excited. But today we're digging into all things Universal in Orlando. So we've got a really exciting episode lined up for you guys as we just kind of break down the lands at Universal Studios as well as Islands of Adventure. As we talk thrill rides, as we talk shows, as we talk food. There's a lot of things to do at Universal Studios. And so we're going to dive into those today. Before I turn it over to Lori for some announcements, as always, want to say a big shout out to our followers, everybody that joins us each week to go beyond the castle. We are super thankful for you guys, just for joining with us. It was pretty cool. We hit 500 views, listens this past week on our podcast. So that was definitely exciting, and we definitely want to be where we are without you guys. So thank you. And as always, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our content. And with that being said, I think I will turn it over to Lori, and we'll dig into some announcements.
Yeah, we talked about it before, how, obviously we're Disney folks, but Universal is so fun. It's so different. So when you get into the Universal topics, it's more thrilling. So it is exciting when we get to talk about that. And we've really only kind of talked about Epic Universe. So I'm excited to kind of dig into Universal, especially because I got that November trip booked. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay. So just a few Disney announcements. So they announced recently that if you're a water park fan, that Disney's Blizzard Beach will be celebrating its 30th anniversary in April. So they'll have a celebration there. And then after that, they switch over to Typhoon Lagoon is going to open up on May 1st. I'm super curious if with the free water park day, if it's going to get to where they're going to eventually have to have both parks open. I don't know. Just curious how many people actually taking advantage of.
I feel like from the groups I'm in, I've seen a lot of people taking advantage of the free water park day because, especially in the groups I'm in, you have people that are traveling all the time throughout the day. And a lot of them are like, oh my God, we're not getting in until 10 o'clock at night. Like, what am I supposed to do with my free water park day? So I feel like a lot of people are using it.
Yeah. And I'm like, if you can't check in that day, if you want to, find a cheaper hotel somewhere and then check in, the day before, and then you can use it. This one I thought was pretty exciting for club level guests. So if you stay at a Disney resort in a club level room, April 28th through September 27th, you get 20% off of a private VIP tour.
Sign me up.
Haven't ever priced one out or done one. Those are pretty pricey. Yeah. So that's super exciting to get. 20% is pretty decent. And then for Disney World and Disneyland, there's a lot of promotions out right now. So if you're looking to travel, reach out to Fred or I, and we can kind of give you some information on those. I don't want to go into too many details on those because there's a bunch of them, like Florida residents and things like that. So, and then also as far as promotions go, a lot of the cruise lines have promotions right now. So for our Louisiana friends, which I'm sure it's other states, but I keep getting it, I guess, because I'm in Louisiana, that Royal Caribbean has that.
Yeah.
I mean, Norwegian has a 20% off select sailings for Louisiana residents. So take advantage of that. If you're not a Louisiana resident, again, check with us and we'll let you know what they have. Royal Caribbean has a promotion where kids can sail free. You get 60% off your second guest. So there's a lot of promotions within that too. Take advantage of it. And then our good friends over at Virgin Voyages, they're running a special 80% off the second sailor, which is huge. And you can get some free drinks. So if you're interested in cruising, I know we don't talk about cruises a lot, but Fred and I are versed in that, and we can help you book those as well. And then we're going to talk a lot about Universal. So just a quick one. Again, y'all know that I'm not a Potter fan. So I don't know how big of an announcement this is, but the second generation interactive wands are now available in the park.
They're actually really cool.
So I don't know if how different that is.
So the Gen 1 wands really just allow you to walk around and do the interactive stuff throughout the areas. The Gen 2 wands are going to do the same thing, but they're also going to include the ability to connect to your phone and do stuff through a Harry Potter app, such as like cast your own Patronus and do all sorts of cool interactive stuff. You know how they're coming out with the band for Nintendo and how you
the band.
Yeah. Same exact concept. You're going to be able to kind of do stuff throughout the Harry Potter lands, and keep track of stuff. So it's going to be a really cool experience once they release more details on it.
Sweet, fun. And then also Universal has some promotions out as well where you can get 2 days free. So I always say that I feel like 2 or 3 days at Universal is good.
Yeah.
However, if you want to really, like take advantage of hanging out at City Walk or other things, get those 2 extra free days and then you can just kind of break it out over, several days. So, so all of those promotions, reach out to Fred and I. We can see works for you.
One that you also didn't mention, which they're still working on the details, but is the military discount for Epic Universe. So those details are out as well. So especially for the individuals that have the Freedom Pass, which is those who aren't familiar but are in the military, the Freedom Pass is kind of like a super discounted annual pass to Universal. Allows you to go as much as you want throughout the year. I don't remember the cost off the top of my head. It's not bad. It's only like $200-$300 per person. But for those who have the Freedom Pass, if I remember correctly, you're going to be able to purchase up to 6 tickets at one time for Epic Universe single day tickets. So that discounted rate's going to be out soon. So for those that are military, definitely, and you're interested in booking trips, definitely start reaching out to us. So that way we can, start getting you guys locked in on this, because May 22nd is coming quick.
Yes, I know. Can't wait. I can't wait to hear how everything goes and once the park is officially open.
Yeah.
And hopefully by November it'll calm down a little bit. So it's not, although it's going to be Thanksgiving. So I better brace myself.
Thank you for tuning in to Going Beyond the Castle. If you're ready to turn your vacation dreams into reality, we'd love to help you plan your next adventure. Contact us at beacons.ai/Going Beyond the Castle podcast. Let us take the stress out of planning so you can focus on the fun.
I don't know. I think it'll
be worth it.
It will. I think it's going to be hit or miss on crowd level, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be going super early.
That was it.
So
yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. I'm intrigued to watch, because you got to figure, look at Guardians and Tiana's that went to standby queue this past week. Everybody was, stressing about those and how long the waits were going to be. And, there was definitely some, high points of, wait times for those 2 rides. But still, there were a lot of like 20, 30-minute wait times for those 2 rides. And I don't know. You had this whole post come out from Disney about travel being too expensive and all that fun stuff. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how packed all this stuff actually gets come summertime.
Yep. Fun stuff. It's fun, new, exciting things.
All right. So Universal Studios Orlando.
Good for announcements. Yeah. Yes. Fun. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, we kind of talked about it a little bit, and then today I'm like, we didn't really nail it, but I think it'll be good because we're just rolling with it. So that means it's going to be all on the fly conversation. So it should be good and interesting. But I think I told once before, so I won't go into too many details, but my first experience with Universal was with cheer, and I was so mad at Olivia's coach because we didn't want to go. We wanted to go to Disney again. But once we went, I was so glad that we went because, again, it's fun, it's thrilling, it's a totally different environment than Disney. So it just gives you the different feel. Of course, you feel, like you go in and it's still exciting, but it's not the, like as we talked last week, the tears kind of an emotional experience. It's just more thrilling. So it's super fun. Do you want to talk about the lands?
Yeah.
Go through. Yeah. So, and it's funny because in doing the research, I didn't really realize it. I mean, I knew with Epic Universe, they had the 5 different lands, but I didn't realize that they classified these as lands either. So that was interesting.
I don't think I ever did either.
On
to Universal, I don't think I ever paid attention to, the way that I do with Fantasyland, or not Fantasyland, Magic Kingdom. You got Fantasyland, Adventureland, Tomorrowland. Like, I don't really think about that when I go to Universal, so it's a different vibe than
no, me either. Yeah, and the way they break it down, though, they have Diagon Alley, Illuminations Minion Land, DreamWorks Land, Springfield, USA, which is home of the Simpsons, and then they have Hollywood, San Francisco, New York, and World Expo. Is how it's broken down. The DreamWorks land, and I know we touched on this a little bit in one episode, I don't remember when, that land is like super cute. Again, we've talked about it before, how Universal really doesn't have a whole lot of stuff for little kids. However, this is one of the areas that they really did well. When Olivia was sitting with me when I was going over my notes, and she's like, they have a Trolls coaster? And I was like, yeah, we just didn't ride it because the day that we went, it was super long. Yeah, they have the Trolls coaster, which is like a kid's. They have Po Live, and I didn't realize either that that's what it was called. I knew that there was the Kung Fu Panda section, that whole little section where it's interactive, like Turtle Talk with Crush. That's really cute for kids. And then the Shrek's Swamp Meet, which is always fun. Shrek and Donkey are there. Those lines, the lines to meet them, they're not super long. I guess because the area's kind of tucked away in the back. But that's always fun in that little area. And it's new. What else? They have Trolls Treats. See, I know I'm going to get tongue-tied tonight. This is a lot of tongue twister words. Troll Treats and Swamp Snacks, little snack areas back that way. Yeah, the Trolls coaster is, let's see, what's the ride height? This is it is good for little ones. 48 inches. So I don't even know. How tall are you girls? Do you know?
30.
I'm so bad.
39.
I got you. Yeah, so it is then more a little bit for older kids, I guess. DreamWorks Land. That's it. That's those 3 sections. The Trolls, Shrek, and Po. The Kung Fu Panda is back in that area.
Yeah.
This Mama Luna.
I haven't done DreamWorks area yet.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, they have. So this is one where they have the little splash area, and they have the big water bucket that literally will soak you back there. So if you're there in the summer and you want to let the kids, run around and get refreshed and get a little bit of, like if it's hot, just make sure you pack a bathing suit because they are going to get drenched in that little area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one you want to get next?
Have
you done the Minions stuff?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem. Yeah, we did both the Minions area.
Yeah, that one's cool. I remember the first time we went. I did it again when I went in October with the agency. It was a little bit different because the first time we went, we weren't really sure what was going on with that area, that little ride.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to tell where you're shooting. But it is cool. But yeah, I was like, just shoot at whatever.
that was like,
We're not keeping score.
and I feel like we've had this conversation before, but like, I felt like that was one of my biggest pet peeves about Universal is because I felt like it was a lot. And I mean, I guess I'm, obsessed with Disney, so I don't really pay attention. But I mean, I feel like that was a lot of Universal was like the same style.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the simulated ones do have a similar feel with just a different narrative.
Yeah.
Yes. Which, yeah, those, folks that don't like intense coasters, I guess, like, Josh loves Universal because the simulated rides are the ones that he likes better.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for him.
I mean, they were both great rides. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I went when we went to Universal before we had kids. So it was Rachel and I. So it was definitely a different vibe to it. Like, I would be a lot more, willing to take my kids to that stuff now that they're, I have kids and they're, like we sat down and watched the when we wanted to today. So they would absolutely love that stuff.
Fun. Yeah, I was getting ready to say, I don't think I did the Despicable Me, but I did. Is it similar where it's almost like a theater sitting and you sit in and it's kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did do it. I did that one when I went in October. So that was cool. Neat little ride.
What else is over there?
That section is also good for little kids.
Yeah, especially that big play, like that massive open area that's right there in front of the stage, in front of Rip Rocket, whatever it's called, Rip Ride Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
It's fabulous for kids to run around and just have a great time for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, you've got the refillable fountain machines right there in that area too. So it's good to take a little break there, refill your drinks if you get the refillable mugs. Like, absolutely fabulous area to take a break.
Yeah, and we ate, and I think I talked about this too. We ate at the Minion Cafe, that was the one that had the mac and cheese. That was like, I guess, elevated mac and cheese a little bit.
Yeah.
It was really good. I saw a commercial today, maybe, and it was like, come to the Minions Cafe where you could play with your food. And I didn't like, all of the tater tots are shaped like Minions, and so they were dunking it inside the mac and cheese. Yep. Yeah, it was good too. It wasn't like Mexican cheese, but it was pretty good. In the bathroom smells like bananas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Over in that area too, you got the Jimmy Fallon and the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. I really enjoyed that one. I thought that was a pretty cool 3D ride. I'm a big Jimmy Fallon fan, so that whole area was really cool just to be able to do, the 3D race through New York with, in a race car with Jimmy Fallon. It was cool.
Yeah. Braden liked that one. So when we went over the summer, Olivia and Josh went back to ride. Can't remember what they went to ride the second time. And Braden and I rode that one again. It is cool. Yeah, so you want to go to that section, New York?
Yeah.
So, and this is one, I know we talked about it. This is one of the thrill. Why is it saying this thing has failed me? Where's my.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, when you click on when you click on New York, it gives you Rip Ride Rocket, Jimmy Fallon, Revenge of the Mummy, and Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of goes along with what you said. It is kind of similar, but that one was really cool too. It's very similar to, like Jimmy Fallon's. It's the ride through, Jimmy Fallon's. The setting where you sit, you sit and ride through. That one, I know we've done it, like on the outside too. They have, what's his name? The red and blue one.
Megatron.
Transformer.
Optimus Prime.
Which is really Optimus Prime. Yes. Yes, he's pretty cool. Outside there. Yeah. That one, that one's good too. Because when you're in line there, I'm almost positive that the side street is where the parade passes.
You're talking over there at
Line.
water?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sorry. People are going to be like, what are y'all doing? I'm flipping back and forth on my screen.
I'm ready to talk Revenge of the Mummy. Top
So out of the
ride, like in the park.
Yeah.
Fabulous ride. Like Rachel and I rode that ride multiple times because that was, I think, easily our favorite ride in Universal. Not talking Isles of Adventure, but
Islands of Adventure.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
Top tier.
Yeah, I'm going to be upset if it's closed because, and I think I've said this before, every time we've gone as a family, the ride has been closed for refurbishment. So I rode it for the first time when I went with my agency friends in October. So Josh and the kids haven't rode it yet. So I'm super excited. I hope it's open when we go in November so they can ride it. It's super quick, but it is so much fun.
Yeah. One of my favorites.
It's, I mean, I don't know why, too. I confused it with whichever Harry Potter ride it is that makes you sick. I confused it with that, so I was kind of afraid to get on it. And my friends were like, no, it's fine. And then once we got on, it was fun. I definitely want to do that one again.
The fire part caught me off guard, and it got super toasty.
Yeah. It does. It gets hot. It does get hot. So if anybody who hasn't rode it and you want to see there's a little video or a YouTube video, I'm sure that you can find.
Oh yeah.
Because that's one of the things, and I think I might have talked about this too, is I don't research stuff because I want to kind of be surprised in, what's going to happen. So anytime I get on something new, I don't really know what it is, but yeah, that one's probably one of my top rides at Universal Studios Florida.
Yeah.
The top ride as far as a thrill ride, I like E.T. Okay. E.T.'s one, but we're not
trash. E.T. is Universal's version of Winnie the Pooh to be.
It's so much fun though.
Go that far.
So E.T. is in my era. That's one of my movies.
I
was younger. I don't even know when E.T. came. But yeah, let me see. Now I got to look and see, when did E.T. come out? Because it's probably more, or maybe not. Maybe I was just 82. Yeah. So how old were you?
I wasn't born yet, but I still watched E.T. growing up.
Yeah. See? Yeah. Yeah, but it was fun. But yes, the Mummy is definitely probably the top thrill ride. They have, well, let's see. Because now I'm looking at a list of attractions, but if we're going by areas, let me go back.
Yeah, well,
Francisco.
Yeah.
What?
You
would have just hit attraction.
No, I was trying to think. And I'd say it's a tie between Mummies and Escape from Green.
See, and I haven't done that one.
Yeah, that's a really good ride.
Is that the one that? So there's Gringotts, there's Hagrid's, and what's the other one?
Ah, dang it!
It's probably over in Islands of Adventure.
It is in Islands of Adventure.
Okay, well, there's one. I know one is the one that's in the castle that can kind of almost goes upside down or whatever. Forbidden Journey.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, so I haven't done the other two. I've only done Hagrid's because I always get them confused and I don't know which one's the one that can make you sick. And so
I feel like Forbidden Journey is
maybe when Olivia and I
easy to get nauseous.
Okay. Yeah. I think so. So maybe when we go back in November, Liv and I will try it. So what do we do? San Francisco has Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
When they
closing
recently. Is it? Did I miss that? Like closing for refurb or like closing?
I think it's closing.
I gotcha. Yeah, we probably talked about it too, and tell you my memory. Let's see.
Universal Studios is shutting down the Fast and Furious ride to make way for a yet to be announced. Set to close March 10th.
So fairly soon.
Which
wow,
is because it's not that great of a
Fast
ride.
Furious and Rip Rocket. Yeah. Yeah, that one's kind of not on the top. Again, like I said, they're all kind of similar.
Yeah.
It's just a different scene. So I guess if you like those movies, though, then and you're a fan.
I do like those movies.
Oh, you're a fan of the movies?
Yeah.
Okay. I know I've probably seen. I don't even know if I've seen one. If Josh is still watching. No.
Fabulous.
What else do they have? It looks like that's all they have that's classified under San Francisco.
There's not much to San Francisco.
So what's in... Yeah. So Hollywood is more... That area is just the shows, which I know we talked about it, and I cannot wait again. I'm going to keep saying I can't wait till November because I booked the trip and then just hoping that it comes to realization and we go. Hopefully it sticks. But the Bourne Spectacular is in that area. That I don't even know how to describe it. That show was so awesome. I think that's probably one of the best entertainment that I've seen across any of the parks.
And what's crazy, it's different each time.
Really?
Yeah, because Rachel and I did it twice in the same day, and both were different. Like, they were different.
Wow.
Like, I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, I've only done it once.
Yeah, it's such a great show. Like, Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, but on a whole different level. Yeah, they just do some really cool stuff in that show. Nice break to get out of the sun and get into some air conditioning. And it's like a 20, 30-minute show. But just some of the cool, secret special agent stuff that they do is just top-notch.
Yeah, when we went, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll go in. Some of the other ladies wanted to go. And then I was like, oh, my gosh. I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
There were times when I couldn't tell if it was screen or real people.
Yeah.
That's how good it was. So don't sleep on the Bourne Spectacular because that is super cool.
All day.
I haven't done the other two, entertainment, which I know I kind of skipped the entertainment, but that's all that's in this section. The horror makeup show, have y'all done that?
No, we did not do that one.
Yeah. It looks, so like looking at the inside, it says I guess it's like a comedy thing. It almost looks like a museum that when you're walking in, but I guess they must bring folks up unless that's somebody that's actually part of the cast. But it says you'll watch over-the-top makeup and special effect artists craft some creepy characters you've seen on the big screen. So that's cool. I guess if you like a thrill movie or a scary movie, maybe that's something that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And I know I've said it, we don't do a lot of shows when we go to the parks. We should, but I don't know. It says audience members will learn how to make movie quality fake blood. So there you go.
That doesn't sound like a fun time.
And then there's no, I don't want to make blood. And then sensational symphonic spectacular. I haven't done that either. So that one says thrill to a cinematic journey with stirring soundtracks evoking the mystery and magic of Harry Potter. So there you go. Sounds like something you would like. It says it's in Hollywood area. Sensational, I'm not going to be able to say it. Symphonic spectacular. Movie music comes alive in a cinematic splendor.
That's what's up. I don't know. We missed that.
Yeah, we haven't. It's they got Jurassic World stuff in there too, and the gripping suspense. I have to take Lev. The gripping suspense of Jaws.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Sidebar, when we were marching in the parade last weekend, there's some store on, I guess it's on Veterans. Not Veterans. Is it Veterans? I guess Veterans. And it had like a big shark on the outside. I was like, Liv, you want to go there? And she's like, no.
This is why I didn't know what it was. It's their nighttime show. Yeah. Sensational, a symphonic spectacular. That's their nighttime show. That's over
it's over on the water.
It's over on the water. And when we went, they hadn't brought back.
Gotcha. So it's just coming. It's making a comeback.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's where, like, when they had the drones over the summer, like if it was tied in with that,
I think so.
or if they always have drones. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe so.
That's why. Because I was like, I feel like we
want to go check out the shows. Right, especially with the Harry Potter stuff. So the only two lanes we have left at Universal, and I know we hadn't really talked about food, so I don't know if you want to go through some of the rides and then we can hit some of the food stuff that they have.
Yeah, that works.
Which I don't know that it's, yeah. The Simpsons Springfield.
A weird ride.
That area, if you're a Simpsons fan. So the first time we went, I was horrified that I was going to get sick, so I didn't ride it. So I did ride it when we went over the summer, and I was fine. I did close my eyes a few times, so don't ask me what the ride was about, but I was able to make it through and not get sick.
It's such a weird ride. Like,
if you're a Simpsons fan, it's super.
Like, it's like a 3D roller coaster. It was just so weird. Like, and I'm not a Simpsons fan, so that didn't help the case. But it was just, it was a one and done for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I do get motion sick. So now that I've done it, I don't know that I'd have to do it again. But the theming of that whole area is like, if you are a Simpsons fan, like that's where you want to go. We spent a little bit of time in there because we actually ate in that little area, the little quick service area where there's different restaurants. And of course we took pictures with Chief Wiggum and his donut out in front of Lard Lad Donuts. They have the little, almost like the kind of similar to the Dumbo theme, the little thing that whirls around and goes up and down, similar to Dumbo. Kang and Kodo's twirl. The Krusty Burgers. So if you're a fan, you probably want to get a Krusty Burger just for the sake of getting one. Then we got your Diagon Alley. So do you have a favorite area of the two?
Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of meat. Just like I don't know. I just feel like Diagon Alley's cool, but I feel like, I don't know, I like the vibe of Hogsmeade more. I feel like it's a bigger area. It's more open. You've got Hagrid's over there. You've got Hogwarts, the ride. You got the kid ride, the Hippogriff. You got a lot of good food options. I feel like there's a lot more better options and things to do in Hogsmeade than there is Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
But Diagon Alley is super cool, especially the whole fire breathing dragon thing. Like, that's dope.
The dragon, yeah. Yeah, that is pretty cool. And then they have the little shop. Remember, I didn't know what the guy, when I was like, yeah, there's a man that comes out and he helps you pick.
Ollivander.
You were like, Ollivander?
Yeah. There's there's also, they do a really good job of the Deathly Hallows story and putting that on back in that area too. If you go behind Ollivander's, that area that's over there, it's like covered up. There's a really cool like potion stand where you can get alcoholic beverages. There's an ice cream shop back over there, and there's a stage back in that area too where they tell the story of the Deathly Hallows, which is super cool. Yeah, I could talk about the Harry Potter stuff all day.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, and so I'm gonna have to save you some, which I'll probably save you a little bit. Wait. The butterbeer kisses, they're falling out. So I opened up the bag, so they're falling out. Yeah. So those who were listening and not watching, I have a friend who sent me a bag of the butterbeer Hershey Kisses. I'm gonna put some in the fridge or even maybe in the freezer because I do like the frozen butterbeer. So I want to taste frozen, but they're pretty good. Tastes like butterbeer.
The Leaky Cauldron over there is a really good restaurant too. Like they have a lot of good food options. Plus, just to be able to.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if is that the. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just to be able to say that you ate at the Leaky Cauldron is also just a really cool experience. And they have part of a when you book your when you book your Universal trip, you can do like a Harry Potter package, which includes a meal and 3 broomsticks or the leaky cauldron.
That must be. So I think, because the 3 broomsticks, is that the one where we talked about last time where they had the shepherd's pie?
I think so.
Can't remember. Yeah, but I think one time before, because I'm looking at the picture and Leaky Cauldron looks familiar. So I think I've eaten there too. But yeah, I think that one, the experience, like you said.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It does show shepherd's pie, so I don't remember.
And being able to go into, what is it? Nocturne Alley. That's the name of it. Is really cool too. Like, they did a really good job putting together Diagon Alley. And like I said, if you get the wand, there's a lot of cool, like, you could spend a lot of time back there doing the interactive wand stuff in Diagon Alley. And then of course, Escape from Gringotts is a really great ride. It's you're on the cart that's in the movies when they're at Gringotts, trying to escape from Gringotts. Really cool ride. One of my favorites. We rode it 2 or 3 times. We had the unlimited express pass, so we rode whatever we wanted as many times.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I guess maybe let me take a step back because we really didn't kind of go into it. But when you first walk in through City Walk, Universal Studios is going to be to the right. So you go to the right to that park. And honestly, I feel like Islands of Adventure is my favorite side. Why we didn't get to E.T.? I know we talked about it, but I don't know what section that's in.
It's over in right before you walk into Universal. It's right before you walk into DreamWorks.
DreamWorks, huh? Yeah. So we have to give it some love. I like that side, but I feel like we go there, we'll do a few things, and then most of our time is spent over at Islands of Adventure. But they do have, there's the Crate Place. Josh ate there when we went over the summer. That's really good. Of course, there's Duff Brewery if you want to. I'm just kind of looking through the different things. We ate at Krusty Burger a couple of times. We did not eat at Lombard Seafood because we didn't have a reservation for that. But there's a good bit of quick service options on that side. Yeah, Today Cafe I heard is really good. Definitely, the Minions section, I said, that little quick service is pretty good too. But yeah, I feel like we always kind of maybe go to that one first and knock things out and then head over to Islands of Adventure. I think there's more of with the exception of Mummy and Rip Rocket, which is also closing. There's not a ton of thrill rides on that side.
We can move over to Island of Adventure. We pretty much covered Universal Studios. I want to be
Epcot
because it's all around like a lake. You have different lands around the lake.
Yeah.
Islands of Adventure really does.
You want to?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, Islands of Adventure really does have a lot of those non-3D rides that really allow you to get into like actual, not necessarily roller coasters. They have some other stuff, but they have, a lot of really solid rides that aren't necessarily like sitting in a car and doing 3D stuff. Mm-hmm. We can go in and go left and hit Marvel Superhero Island.
Okay.
This is a really cool area for the superheroes, especially, we've had the conversation before that, on the East Coast, Universal unfortunately has the rights to Marvel. And so Universal gets the full setup, the Incredible Hulk roller coaster, fabulous roller coaster. Yeah, that's a really good roller coaster ride.
Yeah, that's one of our favorites.
Yeah. What's the Spider?
It's 67 miles per hour.
It's a great roller coaster ride. Yeah. Now that Rip Ride Rocket is going away, you're really going to have, Islands of Adventure is going to be the only place to ride a roller coaster. Well, now once Epic Universe opens, but Universal Studios won't have a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm curious what they're going to put there. Yeah, Hulk is super fun. The Spider-Man. So I think it's outside. So where that little area is, and they have the Spider-Man ride, like kind of across from it is where you can have the character interaction with Spider-Man. I remember the first year we went with Olivia's cheer team, like they were going to take pictures. So me and Josh were in line and whatever. And so we go up and he's like, okay, he's like showing us a move. And he's like, I want y'all to do what I do. And then he jumps down, signature hand move. And he's like, when I say 3, we're all going to do it. Well, of course, who's the only one that does it? He didn't do it, and Josh didn't do it. And I'm like, okay, I look like the idiot. I guess they set me up. I don't know. But he's just like the character in the movies and in the cartoon. He had the same sense of humor and stuff. So it's super cute.
Yeah.
If you have a Spider-Man fan, make sure you check out that little area.
We can't forget your favorite ride. Dr. Doom's Fearful.
Not that Doom's. Nope, not doing it.
Classic theme park drop tower ride.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of really cool superhero shows too. Like, Captain America comes out, Hulk comes out, Spider-Man comes out. They do a lot. Wolverine comes out.
Yeah,
they do a lot of cool Marvel character meet and greets. Yeah, a lot of them too are like the retro versions, like not the today version. So it's kind of cool to see that and get a different aspect of Marvel, especially like if you're like a diehard Marvel fan who goes back to the origin days.
Yeah, I have a video, and now I'm gonna. So what are they called? The X-Men. Yes.
Yeah.
When we were there, and it was like Storm and some of the other ones kind of walked past us in that whole little Marvel area. I don't know if they were going somewhere, or if it was just what it was. They just kind of like paraded through the section where we were at. And that was pretty neat.
So that's Marvel or superhero island.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool in there. Like the little comic book looking section.
Yeah, the comic book shop. They have a lot of and that was one of my favorite things about it. Like, of course it's been there for a while. So, and again, I already said it. I'll say it again. Like, you really kind of get some of that retro, comic book style shops and, decorations is the word that I want to go through. Retro theming in that area, which is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Toon Lagoon. I don't remember Toon Lagoon. I think we just straight walked through this and didn't do anything.
That one's
here.
That one's really cute because they have that one's super themed. They got Betty Boop, like a Betty Boop store.
Mm-hmm.
That one has the Popeye and Bluto's where you can get soaked. Well, yeah, you didn't. No, was that you? Did you? No, I know for sure, Josh. The first time the kids rode it, we were like, because you could stand on a little bridge and you could also soak people that on. But that one is not like Cali River Rapids where you might get wet. If you ride that one, you're getting soaked. So just be prepared, because you're going to get wet on there. They have Josh is also a huge Popeye fan. So there's Popeye and olive oil character meets at some point. We missed that though last time we were there. I mean, I don't know that he would have went and stood in line, but
old Popeye.
He's a Popeye. Yeah. And they have the Dudley Do-Right Ripsaw Falls right there, which is another one that you get wet. It's almost like the log ride. And you go down the sloop and get wet.
Yeah.
There is a little quick service in there.
Comic strip cafe. Kathy's.
Trying to see if you can get a Wimpy burger.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Wimpy burger. Yep. I thought so. Gosh, Kathy is from when I was younger. That little cartoon. So that little section too. I mean, it's good. And if you have younger kids to kind of take and walk around, there's not a ton of things to do, but it's a cute little section.
You gotta stop yawning.
It's been I'm so ready for Tuesday to have off of work and not have to go anywhere.
Rachel has to work. And the girls are in.
I'm out, but.
So I got the whole house to myself and I'm just going to lay on the couch and do nothing.
There you go. Yeah. Josh has to work. Well, I do have a lot of travel stuff to catch up on. I keep saying that, but it's just been with all the parades. It's been crazy. So, but I can get up when I feel like it. I don't have to get up at a certain time. So
Our dining land that
So we have,
Disneyland reservations start Tuesdays.
oh, good luck having to get up every morning. I don't understand why Disneyland has to be so different than Disney World.
Disneyland is like 2-3 hours behind. So when their dining reservations open up at 8 a.m. our time, I'm already going to be awake.
True.
Anyway, back on Universal.
Yes, back to Universal. We always go.
Skull Island is a really great ride. That was really one of my favorites because, like, there's definitely, like, there's a lot of CGI in it. But, like, the ride itself, the boat ride is really cool. Like, as you kind of, you know, go through the river and, like, enter, like, you know, enter Kong's, like, area and, like, the big gates open. Like, it's just, like, it's really one of those rides that really put you in the story. And it was a really cool ride. I really did enjoy the Reign of Kong ride.
You have to ask Olivia how much she likes that one.
On a scale of nope to nope, is it nope?
Yeah. I'm like, Olivia, it's not real.
You not like Monkey?
But I don't know, but it scares her, I guess.
I'm going to get her a Kong.
So,
Stuffed Kong.
we'll see. There you go. Along with a shark.
That's really one of the rides that I've never done, that neither of us have done, but would love to do, is Pterodon Flyers. One day.
Oh, man.
One day. Soon.
At least you can go if you go with your girls, because you have, you can take
one with you. You can take one. What are you going? You can take both of them.
Okay.
We'll stay here.
Take them both.
Take them both.
Yeah. There's your vacation.
Yeah. Did you ride?
I think Raylan would come with me before.
Yeah, probably. Stepping over into the Jurassic area, did you ride the Velocicoaster?
Oh, yeah.
How was it? It wasn't open.
The first time we rode it for Olivia's was it her 8th grade trip? I think. And she's a junior now, so however many years ago that was. I was like, okay, one and done. Never doing this again. And then when we went back, you counted for me. When we went back in the summer, her and I did it, and it was so much fun. Like, I even was so proud of myself because I didn't keep I kept my eyes open. I watched the whole thing. It's the same thing. Like, I'm not afraid of drops.
Yeah.
It's going up to get to the drop that kind of freaks me out. And that one is extremely high. But we had so much fun. We wanted to ride it again. We just didn't make it.
It looked like great
really
night.
fast too. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it lights up at night.
Like, see if I can.
It just looks like a dope nighttime ride.
Yeah, and I don't want to be a spoiler alert. So, but some of the stuff, I mean, it's not like anything new, so people can go and see it. But it's that one little because it doesn't have. It's just a lap bar. It doesn't go across your shoulders, and I think that's what kind of freaked me out a little bit, because some of the sections you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall out of this thing. But you know, I mean, it's very secure. But yeah, no, it is fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing that one again. It's crazy too, because the whole time we were in line, we were both kind of like freaking out. But
those are my favorite. That was me. As somebody who's scared of heights, that was the first time I did. What was the name of that ride? I can't remember the name of it. It's drawing a blank. But the first time I rode Dragster at Cedar Point, it was a roller coaster that is only 15 seconds long, but it shot you off at like 70, 80 miles an hour. You went 420 feet up in the air, turned over, and came back down. The whole time in that line, I was like, nope, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. This is a very bad decision. We're all going to die. It is fine.
Right. Well, like with the Velocicoaster, the first time we rode it, we were like, okay, that wasn't so bad. And we realized, wait, we didn't do that big, going up and dropping down part. And so, but then it kind of slows down and then it just shoots right back off and it goes into that section. And that's when I thought I was going to die.
That's bad.
So much.
You also got Raptor Encounter, which is a lot of fun, especially for people who get scared easily. You get to meet a real live velociraptor.
Yeah. We haven't done that.
We watched people do it, but we didn't want to get in line and do it.
Yeah. And then they have the water ride, the River Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've done that one.
I don't do water rides.
That one you get super soaked too.
Then that's why I don't do water rides.
Yeah. We watched. They almost did it the first time we went, the girls, but they were soaked from the Popeye ride, and they were already, it was kind of towards the end of the day, and they were already freezing. And so we called it a night.
Yeah.
And Olivia would definitely ride it if she could convince me to ride it with her. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, if I bring a poncho, maybe, but I don't want to get soaked and then have to walk around like that the rest of the day.
I saw this video. I hate to get distracted because we're already like an hour and some change into this. I saw this video the other day.
We started a little.
We did. We started late. I saw this video the other day, and I guess it was these buddies that were going on a water ride, and the guy in the back was like filming his friend in front of him that had on a poncho, and right before they hit the water, he reached up, ripped the poncho off of him so that he got soaked on the ride. I was like, I'm totally doing it.
Oh, man, I'd be so mad. Good. Thanks for letting me know. I won't ever ride it with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Let's hit Seuss Land, and then we'll finish with...
Yeah, and how perfect, because today is Dr. Seuss's birthday.
Hey, I saw you post that.
March 2nd, 1904. Yeah.
It is March 2nd.
That area is really cute. Yeah. Again, I have yet to do the trolley train. Got High in the Sky, which I want to do, but never works out. So hopefully next time I can do it. I know it's a kiddie ride, but when you're at theme parks, you're a kid at heart.
Yeah.
There's the Cat in the Hat ride. I don't think we've done that either. We haven't really done any of that stuff. We've walked through there, and watched. It's so cute. Olivia actually got her face painted when we went there. So she's like, "Can I get my face painted?" I'm like, "Sure." They had the little, yeah. I mean, that one is really for kids.
Yeah.
Like everything in that little section is for kids. And I cannot find what they call it, but they have like one little section where they'll do like a story time and they read a book, and then the Dr. Seuss characters come out and they do like a little song and dance.
Oh, the story.
I have a video of that. Yes. Yep.
Daily Joe's at Seuss
one of the
Landing.
Yep. That area's fun. There's 3 attractions?
Yeah.
The Charlie Train ride, the Cat in the Hat, and then the One Fish, Two Fish. And there's a carousel too. So there's If I Ran a Zoo. Yeah, fun. So if you're a Dr. Seuss fan, go check it out.
All right. Finish strong with Harry Potter.
My absolute favorite ride.
Yeah. Easily.
Now, if I had to pick between Hagrid's
and Guardians,
if I had to pick between Hagrid's and Guardians, I'm torn.
It is
I don't know which one I'd probably pick Hagrid's. I think
Hagrid's is such a great ride. Like,
it is.
The motorbike experience side of the house is just super cool. To be riding a roller coaster that's like a motorbike, and you've got one person riding the bike, one person in the buggy. Like, it's a super cool experience. And then just like it's not an intense roller coaster, which makes it great for everybody, except for probably Josh, because we all know Josh is just weird.
I was going to say,
but it's not an intense roller
he feels about it.
It's not. Like, it's a really great roller coaster. There's only one really bad part.
It does go fast, though.
It does go fast. And then you've got the drop in the middle of the ride. But it's just...
yeah.
Such a great ride. Like, I'm not surprised that line is always long, because it is such a great ride.
Yeah. It was so funny because I don't research. And so I'm like, Josh, we're riding a motorbike. Like, how bad can it be? It's like, sorry. And I'm always the one in the sidecar. Yeah, the motorcycle is a totally different experience. Like, you wouldn't think that it would be that different, but I've always been the sidecar. And so, when I was there with my friends, they were like, well, you never rode the motorbike, you ride it. And I'm like, now I'm going to fight whoever I'm riding it with to ride the motorbike.
Yeah.
Because it's so, but we'll just all do single rider line so we can get the motorbike. Because it's so much fun.
So much different than the buggy. Like, and the queue for that ride
is fine
too. They did a really good job setting up the Harry Potter, Hogwarts feel in the queue for that ride.
Mm-hmm.
The other great ride there, which is probably the ride that you were thinking of that'll make you motion sick, is the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. That's the one where it's a 3D ride, but it's you're like on a broomstick. Not really. You're back in this thing, but like it's this free moving thing that can like give you zero gravity type. And and you have the screen in front of you as you're going. And so it feels like you're flying on a broom as like Harry and them give you a tour of Hogwarts and all this stuff. And it's, we rode it a couple times and I eventually got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little nauseous. So that's probably the one
I'm almost positive that one of my friends got thrown up on the ride.
I could see it all day. Like, because I mean, the whole time you're like this, like with like 3D glasses on, just like all over the place. Like I could easily see somebody throwing up on that ride.
Yeah, I struggle with 3D. Like I can't do 3D movies. So I definitely will pass on that one.
It's a great ride. Like if you can handle motion sickness, like I thoroughly enjoyed that ride. It was honestly one of the coolest rides, being a massive Harry Potter fan. And getting to go on a ride that's like you're flying on a broomstick around Hogwarts and doing all this different cool stuff. Like it really is a cool ride. So, if you can handle the motion sickness side of the house, I strongly recommend that ride. Plus, like the queue is top tier queue. Walking through Hogwarts, like the photo, the picture frames are moving. You're walking through Dumbledore's office. Like it is such a top tier, queue. Absolutely love that ride. That is one that you can't take anything on though. So they have lockers outside. Like you have to, the entrance, you would go this way. You have to go this way to walk back and put your stuff in because you can't take anything on it.
Anything. Yeah.
We did ride Flight of the Hippogriff.
Hogwarts Express.
I was going to.
Did you? Oh yeah. That's the little kid coaster, huh?
Yeah. It's a cute little ride. Nice little roller coaster. Harper and Raylan would probably be terrified.
Yeah, I know Olivia and I were looking last time and we couldn't figure out where exactly it was. So we didn't do it, but we'll definitely check it out next time we go. Because, I mean, we do Barnstormer, so why not do the kid coasters?
Yeah, and of course you have the Hogwarts Express, which is super cool. You have to have the multi-park tickets, 2-park, 3-park tickets or whatever in order to ride it. But it's super cool, especially, if you're trying to park hop, and it's set up like you're actually going to, if you're coming from Diagon Alley, it's like you're going to Hogwarts. Like the video that you see is super cool and it's set up that way. And then of course going back from Hogwarts to Diagon Alley is set up. It was really cool. Plus it's a nice break to get off your feet.
Yeah. Yeah, it was neat. The whole little setup with the, simulating that you're on a train ride and there's a conductor and stuff.
There's a lot of really great shops in this area too.
No, they have.
What were you going to say?
You got it. I was going to say, I know they have butterbeer on both sides. This is the one that has the actual cart that's right out in that area.
Right outside Three Broomsticks.
So, got to get a butterbeer.
There's a lot of good, there's Three Broomsticks is there. There's a lot of, you've got the candy shop there. You've got a lot of really good shops in this area. One of the things that I strongly recommend doing just for the experience, if you're a Potterhead, is to convert your money to Hogwarts money Rachel and I still have, Hogwarts money in our case downstairs. And then 2, you can actually mail, just like you can send a postcard from Disney. You can send a postcard from Hogwarts. You can go over to the post office and, send mail.
Neat.
So, which is super cool. And I mean, again, they have everything under the sun that you could imagine from the Harry Potter series. Like you can get yourself like an owl or all sorts of stuff. They have what is it? Where's shopping? They have an Ollivanders over there as well. Maybe it's on the other side. It might be over in Diagon.
Yeah, my friend almost bought the owl, but she talked herself out of it.
I really wanted to buy one of the robes, but Rachel wouldn't let me spend like that much money because they're stupid expensive.
Yeah, I can't remember now. I know we went in there. I think Braden might have bought a wand. I think he did.
We got a wand that Rachel and I shared, and then my coworker got me a wand when he went last year, I think. Last year, year before, he bought me another wand. So I have 2 wands that I can stuff. Yeah. And we're at like,
we talked a lot, and I feel like we didn't even hit everything.
we definitely didn't hit everything. And we didn't even hit City Walk. Like,
and that's where the good food.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to do a City Walk episode. Even if it's just like a short 30-minute episode one day, we'll have to do a City Walk episode just to talk about all the tips and tricks. I think, in our previous episodes, we've hit, the tips and tricks for going to Universal, staying on property, booking or dining reservations in advance, getting the express pass, what the difference is between, the basic express pass are and what the unlimited express pass are. So, if you're just tuning in, or if this is your first episode with us, we've dove into Universal before. Today was kind of a day just to hit, some rides and some, experiences and some food. But there's so much more to Universal that we've covered in previous episodes. So definitely go back and check those out. One of our first episodes, I think it was like episode 3 or 4. We dove into, the differences between the Express Pass and, tips and tricks for the Express Pass and how to use it. So definitely go back and check those out for sure. Because, we covered a lot, but there's still a lot that we didn't cover about, how to have a successful trip to go to Universal.
Yeah, definitely. I was looking to see. I was going to pull up the list, but for whatever reason, my Excel's not opening.
Oh.
You can go thumb through and find it.
Come on. Why are you being lame?
Yeah, mine is too. I think it's my internet.
Now I'm curious.
Here we go. Oh, it's just spinning at the circle of death.
Yeah, I think it's my internet because it's not letting me into our bus route. But yeah, why is it not letting me into the bus?
Yeah, I think internet's... Here we go. I got So let's see. Episode... Nope, that's ideas. Where's the list? So,
now let's be in.
Episode 5 was Epic Universe.
Yeah.
And then episode 6, we did line skipping essentials. Yeah.
So episodes 5 and 6, definitely go check them out if you're wanting to know more about, Universal. Especially Epic Universe. We covered a lot of that stuff back.
Oh, wait. Yeah, we did Mardi Gras at Universal, which
we did.
Good for this year, but if you want to do Mardi Gras next year, yes. And then I think if we settled on it, next week we talk about spring break and conquering the crowds at both Disney and Universal.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. That's like the one thing I think folks ask the most is, when is it not busy? It's going to be busy. So you just got to know how to navigate.
Absolutely.
I tell everybody, I'm like, I can't tell you because it's always busy. So just plan around it.
We've brought it up before, but you have all these crowd calendars out there and everybody's like, when's the best time to go? And, the crowd calendar says this. You can't really go off of those crowd calendars anymore because, travel trends over the past couple of years, really since COVID-19, have just been all over the place. So you really have to go into your Disney trips and your Universal trips planned for the crowds. Like you have to. And if you go into it with, that mindset, like you'll have a good trip. But if you go into it with like, oh, the crowd's calendar says there's not going to be anybody there, then you're probably going to be in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, you're going to set yourself up for.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, cool. So next week
we'll
talk crowds. I think we have pretty much the next 2 months planned out. So I've got a lot of.
We do. What else we have? Ranking some Disney resorts and spring stuff happening over at Disney, some Disneyland things. It'll be fun. I think April's going to be, which I know I had sent you some ideas, but we hadn't really talked about it, but April might be my favorite because it's Earth Day and Animal Kingdom.
Oh,
so we definitely got to do something about that. Yeah.
And I know it popped into my head a couple times, but as we approach April, we're approaching halfway to Halloween, which means we're getting to,
got that on there.
Horror nights. We're getting into Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We're really approaching the halfway point to all that stuff that we're going to be digging into. In the next couple weeks, we'll dive into, what's that stuff look like, how to prepare for it, because, tickets are going to be dropping soon. And, one I forgot to mention, because we don't really talk Disneyland a lot, is Oogie Boogie's party over at Disneyland, California. Fun time. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I got some trips coming up. My Disneyland trip at the beginning of May. I got a Disney World trip at the end of May. Lori, I think you're going back to Disney in May as well.
Yes, Mother's Day weekend is a cheer trip, but I managed to book it to where we got a couple of free days to hit some parks. Yeah. And then November I have Universal.
So we got some good trips coming up.
Celebrate Olivia's 8th. Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll close this out.
And Braden's 20.
Oh yeah, we can't forget Braden. Who also needs to come on the podcast.
Because I'll have to. That'll be fun to get him on. But I convinced him if I took him to Epcot for his 21st birthday, we're not going to drink around the world because none of us really drink. But I said, we can go to Epcot and get a drink. So then he got on board. He's like, yeah, that sounds like fun. So then I had him convinced. So it was me, him, and Olivia were convinced to go. So Josh just has to go along with it.
Nice.
Got to get the kids on board. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll wrap us up. We posted about it today, but we are definitely looking for somebody to help us out on the social media side of the house. So if anybody that is listening to this or watching this has any interest in joining our team, we can pay you in happy and funny stories and experience. But we're just looking for somebody to come alongside of us, help us out with some social media stuff, plan some great social media ideas and expand our reach. So if that's you or of anybody, please reach out to us on Facebook. You can reach out to us, on any of our social media platforms, and we would love to get some help. As we wrap up, if you are new to the show and want to learn more about myself or Lori, or you're wanting to listen to some previous episodes, you can head over to our website. We do have a website at goingbeyondthecastle.com. You can check us out there. You can also request some trip quotes because Lori and I are both travel agents. So you can definitely request some trip quotes there. If you're looking for our other social media channels, we are all over the place when it comes to social media. You can also, if you're wanting to listen to the audio only version of our podcast and you're just wanting to listen more, you can head over to our Beacons channel, beacons.ai/going beyond the castle. And of course, if you just want to reach out to us and talk about something, anything that's on your mind, you can reach out to us by email at info@goingbeyondthecastle.com. Yeah. And with that being said, Lori, anything else? Did I miss anything?
Nope, I don't think so.
As always, we appreciate you guys following us. Definitely like, share, and follow us on all of our channels. And with that being said, we will talk to you guys next week. Okay, bye.
Thank you for joining us on this magical journey. We hope today's episode brought a little extra spark to your day and inspired your next adventure. Whether it's a thrilling escape to Universal, a dream cruise getaway, or unforgettable memories at Disney. Have questions? A topic you'd like us to cover? Your own magical story to share or looking for travel assistance? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line at info@goingbeyondthecastle.com. Be sure to check out all our social media links and podcast platforms at beacons.ai/Going Beyond the Castle podcast. And don't miss the fun in our Facebook group, Going Beyond the Castle Podcast Lounge, where we share tips, updates, and behind-the-scenes moments. Until next time, see you real soon.